Get on down to Wave 2.7 Multimedia Store, where we've got the finest in videotapes, DVDs, records, tapes, and CDs around. Right now, at a price of RO4, is the latest offering on Citra Records tapes and CDs, the Spoiled Brat's Greatest Hits. You heard right. It's the finest and all the Brat's greatest hits, all on one single album, on one single disc and stuff like that. Who can forget? Then there's the classic. And I'll wager the following brings back nightmares. The Brat's Greatest Hits on Citra Records tapes and CDs for RO4. Exclusively at Wave 2.7 and other available stores in your vicinity. Get on down!
See the great UFO air show at the Monticello section of Red Point. Motherships flying to the left of you. Alien fighter craft on targeting run, zooming to the right of you. Don't miss the big fireworks display at the end of the program.
Tickets can be bought now at RO5 and Antares Department Store. The Great UFO Air Show at the Monticello section in Red Point, starting at 5 p.m. and finishing at 8 p.m. on June 12th. Don't miss it!
Okay, folks, on June 16th at 10 a.m., the greatest event in all of Red Point history will take place in terms of the grand opening in the Tiffany sector, known as the first theme park for the whole family. You heard right. The theme park known as 70s World. 70s World. You heard right. It's 70s World. A theme park designed and patterned after the days of the 70s with 12 different worlds within it. For instance, we got Political World, a place where all the major events in politics of the 70s happened, like the Watergate era. Then you got Social World, the place for social commentary, which was immortalized by the Raiders, Martin Gaye, Edwin Starr, the Five-Man Electrical Band, and so forth. The next world is Classic Rock World. Though it was born in the 60s and flourished during the 80s, it was in the 70s that classic rock came of age. Here you can enjoy all the classic rock rides and experiences like it was back then. In the 70s, that is. Moving right along, we got Soul World, the place where soul truly flourished and came of age, along with funk and fantastic voyages, here in the 70s. It was in the 70s that sci-fi truly came of age. And here in Sci-Fi World, where you can experience how the sci-fi genre came of age here in the 70s, particularly that of the first Star Wars: A New Hope, though owned by Disney, along with Galactica, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, The Andromeda Strain, and all sorts of classic B-movie sci-fi films and such, all in one place. And did we mention the laser effects a la Laserium? Oh, and did we mention Mork and Mindy? TV also played a big part in the 70s with sitcoms, series that never made it, short-lived sitcoms and specials, as well as other films made for TV and such. And it's here that you may locate all that in TV World, synonymous with the 70s and such. Oh, and let's not forget our Fashion World, which features the fashions and clothing of the 70s, from spandex trousers to dittos, jeans, and stuff like that. If you don't know what a ditto is, ask your folks or consult Wikipedia. Famous foods have a place here in 70s World. As such, we got our 70s Food World as well. Such examples include the quiche, the Shakey's Pizza, the new improved food from Mickey D's, and so on and so forth. All exclusively at 70s World. 70s World. You heard right, at 70s World. 70s World. Whatever you do, don't miss Game Show World, where all the 70s game shows from the past to the present during the 70s were a major part in that period. From Treasure Island to Snap Judgment, from Password to Name Droppers, from The Amateur's Guide to Love to It's Your Bet, from Match Game to He Said, She Said, from Tattletales to the Hollywood Squares and so forth, Game Show World's got it all. While we're on the subject of TV, we've also got Saturday Morning World, where all the finest of Saturday morning programming from Warner Brothers to Filmation to Hanna-Barbera and so forth were synonymous with the 70s. So relive your childhood there. Remember those classic 200 to 400 watt hi-fi systems that took separate components like tuners, preamplifiers, amplifiers, and the like? That and those classic recording equipment like LPs, 8-track tapes, and reel-to-reel tapes, and even cassettes can all be found in Hi-Fi World, where you can live your musical past. Finally, for our 12th world, we saved the best for last, Disco World, which was synonymous in the 70s, where you could do Le Freak and start staying alive all over again, especially in one of our disco clubs, patterned after the original Studio 54, only without all the controversial stuff. Let's give it a listen in one of these places like that.
happening here? Come on back. Where's everyone going?
Where's everyone going? Why, they're going to 70s World. 70s World. You heard right. It's 70s World. 70s World. The first theme park patterned after the 70s for the whole family, located in the Tiffany section of Red Point on Lois Lane. And coming soon, across the street from 70s World, will be 80s World. 80s World. Coming soon next year.
To all you journalists, reporters, and such that work for TV, radio, magazines, newspapers, the internet, etc., how many times does the following happen to you? You try to corral someone in for an interview, like maybe a spokesperson, a celebrity, or whatever, but all they can do is give you a no comment, or even not be reached for comment, or they slam the door in your face and stuff to refuse comment. Well, at long, long last, the days of people that couldn't be reached for comment, and those that refused comment, and those that have always been refusing to return our calls and such, and always saying no comment, all those, they're all a thing of the past. Because now, Stool Pigeon is here. Stool Pigeon Tonic, which is 50% whiskey and 50% sodium pentothal. Simply put, you offer the one you want to interview a drink of Stool Pigeon Tonic with a shot glass and stuff, whatever glass you got. Then, after a few swigs of that stuff, their tongues get loosened in a trice. And in the event the one you want to interview refuses a drink, you can always load up a tranquilizer dart with the Stool Pigeon Tonic. That'll work every time. 7 out of 12 news reporters depend on Stool Pigeon Tonic to loosen the tongues of those that refuse to comment. And just think, the days of no comment, the days of unavailable for comment, those that couldn't be reached for comment, and those that wouldn't answer our requests for an interview, and those that slammed doors in our faces and stuff like that, will all be a thing of the past once their tongues get loosened with Stool Pigeon Tonic. With Stool Pigeon Tonic, there'll be no secrets to hide. Stool Pigeon Tonic. When inquiring minds want to know, use only as directed. Please use responsibly.